Hello, 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 it's coffee time again, and we're looking at the news on the Daily Mail website. Storm Larissa, that's what it was. It's Storm Larissa. Temperatures plunged to -17. Oh my God, there's been, drivers stuck on a snowy M62, wherever that is. Here's a £200,000 Lamborghini Urus crashing into a bus stop in Leeds. Oh my goodness, because of some snow and people driving irresponsibly. That's the news. Look, there's the M62. Oh, look, we've got some snow. And here's a close-up of the damage of that car. Oh, well, that's 200 grand down the toilet. And, oh my God, the trains have stopped running. It's the weather, isn't it, really? Airports have been delayed. Leeds, East Midlands, Birmingham, Liverpool. Meanwhile, the rail has been disrupted. It's just... It's crazy out there. So stay indoors. Stay indoors, don't go out. Meanwhile, do you fancy moving? Do you fancy moving house? I know I do. I want to go somewhere warm. However, we're going to. This is Switzerland. Albinon, located in the canton of Valais, is offering to pay families over £50,000 to move to the stunning mountain village. I must admit, it does look stunning. I mean, look at that view, missus. I like that. That should appear on Toblerone, shouldn't it? Oh. But would you be Swiss enough? So yeah, you can go and live there. The small village has been threatened with extinction for a while, with residents moving out because it's even though it's picturesque, it's rather rural, and people don't want to live there. They want to go and live in the cities with all those other people. Whereas I want to get away from everyone. The scheme was originally launched back in 2018, and they're trying to improve the population. 238 residents were in the village back when the scheme started. But families of four will receive £22,000, and that's pretty good. You can get over £50,000 if you meet certain criteria. So it's not bad, is it? But you will also need to be a Swiss citizen, and they want people aged under 45. Oh, that's me out of the frame. That's ageism. That's ageism. So there you go. You can go and live in Switzerland, and they give you money to live there. It's all right, isn't it? Meanwhile, let's go back to Valentine's Day. This is the story of Jamie Boltby and his partner Kaylee Husthouse. They were at the Moorlands Isaac Walton Hotel in Ilham on February the 14th, and here's the hotel. It's rather picturesque, ideal for a Valentine's Day hookup, and here they are. Well, things got a little bit out of hand for the couple. Their romp was a little bit over enthusiastic. I think that's best the way. A little bit too much exuberance. It was spilling out all over the place. It ended with the police being called. Yeah, and a £1,000 bill. Yeah, guests complained they're unable to sleep from the noise, and they ended up in court. The court heard the pair were warned multiple times about their rowdy behaviour, and then the hotel staff were forced to call the police. It began in the early hours of the morning on Valentine's Day. The pair's over-exuberant intimacy forced the Ilham Hotel's management to call the police. So they couldn't get access, so the police had to get a key from management. And when they entered the room, officers found Hurst House drunk and slurring her words, and damage had been done to the bathroom door. This is heard at North Staffordshire Justice Centre. The pair pleaded guilty to criminal damage and were both asked to pay £500 each. There you go. So don't have a good time. Magistrates handed Boltby a 12-month conditional discharge, and Hurst House was given a 6-month conditional discharge. So yeah, both defendants will pay £500 compensation, £135 costs, and £26 surcharge. There you go. It must have been a good night. You know it's a good night when you get called up in court. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's a more court news. This is the story of Oliver Bretherton. Here he is, and he's been up to all sorts of. Well, he's accused of all sorts of stuff. He's a married city lawyer. The 41-year-old. Again, he's been accused of acting inappropriately with a junior member of staff. Yes, this is at the Solicitors Regulation Authority. He's been pulled up. Yeah, he's at the Solicitors Disciplinary Tribunal. Has heard that marriage banking and finance specialist Bretherton recruited. Well, I guess she was 18 then. Recruited her 5 years ago when she was soon out of college after finishing her A-levels. And during this time, he has allegedly sent her a video of himself playing with his pickle. Got to use euphemisms. Told her what to wear, demanded to know where she was, knew she was with, timed her toilet breaks, and threw ping pong balls down the team worker's dress. Yes. But yeah, so here he is with the woman who's made these allegations. I mean, come on, you're 41 years old. But yeah, so this is an ongoing case. Bretherton asked the accuser to spread her legs in the office chair in order to see her underwear. There you go. So it's like something from a movie. But now he's up. Well, I guess he's fighting for his job, isn't he? Really, is it worth it? Was it worth it? I wonder if he's going to be found guilty. We'll have to find out, because it's an ongoing case. Meanwhile, one of the side effects of Storm Larissa and the blizzards is that filming on the soap opera Emmerdale has been cancelled because there's been too much snow in Leeds. That's a shame. Some will see this as a positive thing. I do. Meanwhile, we've got some medical news. Let's go to New York. So good they named it twice. This is the sad story of a mother. She's 50. She was 50 years old, but she died of severe malnutrition. Right, she was originally from Africa, but was being treated by doctors in New York. And yeah, they couldn't figure out what was wrong. And this story is related in BMC's Women's Health this week. So they've taken the story from that. And what it was is she was subject to a very rare phenomenon, right? And this is it. Again, I'll have to explain what this is. I don't know if you can see that there, what's ringed. She was suffering what's known as stone baby syndrome. This is when women have a stillborn and it ossifies. It turns to stone. And I guess she didn't realise it. She didn't realise she was pregnant. And this stone baby, right, had compressed her intestines, right, and again forced her to, well, basically not be able to eat because of the feeling that she had. she died of severe malnutrition or starvation. But normally death may eventually be caused by tissue degradation leading to cardiac arrest, cardiac arrhythmia, and also you can also die from various infections brought on by a weakened immune system because the stone baby. But in this case, the stone baby kept compressing the intestines, meaning her body was no longer to absorb vital nutrients, leading to starve. And they reckon that she remembered having a miscarriage. Well, she thought she'd had a miscarriage, but 9 years previously. So they reckon the baby was there, 9 years previously. And in a similar story, right? This is a very rare case. There's only been 200 cases that's been documented. This was taken from the American Academy's Neurology journal, Neurology, from December. It's a case of, what's it called? I've missed. A fetus in fetu, right? And in this case, this young girl, right, she was carrying her twin, right, inside her, but the skeleton, the skeletal remains was inside her skull, and they had to be removed. Yeah, she was actually. This does happen that sometimes the twin can be absorbed by the other and grow inside, and you see it here in these other scans. Yeah, and this child had to have it removed. Yeah, so it removed from 1 year old child. This was in China. Now, cases of this is rare. It's very rare, but sometimes it can happen inside the body, in the pelvis, in the intestines, and even in the scrotum. So there you go. But the child suffered from hydrocephalus, so swelling to the brain, and that's how they knew this. And they did CT scans and revealed her unborn sibling was pressing against her brain. Dr. Zhongzi Li, a neurologist at Husan Hospital in Fudan University, who treated the girl, said the intracranial fetus in fetu is proposed to arise from unseparated blastocytes. There you go, a little bit of education. The conjoined parts develop into the forebrain of the host fetus and envelop the other embryo during the neural plate folding. And this is only one of only 18 reported in the medical literature to date. In 2017, doctors in Thailand found 3 siblings inside the skull of an unborn girl. They said each had multiple well-developed organs, including nervous and digestive and respiratory systems. There we go. And there was another case in 2015 where an unborn fetus was found inside the scrotal sac of its male twin. There we go. At this date, it's unclear if the surviving twin will suffer long-term health damage. So yeah, but there you go. Some very strange cases there. So it's the human body, isn't it amazing? Meanwhile, this is a sad story. William Shatner. Right, he's in a recent interview with Variety magazine, but he was saying that he's been turning down a lot of offers to do documentaries because he's got a new documentary coming out about his career called You Can Call Me Bill. But yeah, the Star Trek legend, who's 91, has said, I've got to be selective with what the work does because he doesn't have long to live, because he's 91, you see. He says, whether I keel over as I'm speaking to you or 10 years from now, my time is limited. So that's very much a factor. I've got grandchildren. This documentary is a way of reaching out after I die. There you go. The film by Alexandra O'Phillip will premiere at the upcoming South by Southwest Film Festival in Texas. And here he is. Here's the great Shat himself, William Shatner. He's a rocket man. Again, he's a legend. He's the legend, isn't he? He's been into space and everything. And there he is, in his heyday as Kirk. Spark. Fantastic. Big big Trek fan here, big Trek fan. But yeah, well, of course we know that the Shat's going to live on forever. He's never going to die. Never going to die. But there you go. It's the reality of getting old, isn't it, really? It's the reality of it all. What else have we got here? God, they're still going on about Gary Lineker. Meanwhile, this is the real story you need to know. No, it's not about Greg's rolls. Greg not having hot cross buns again for about the second year running. No hot cross buns. Not doing them. But no, the Daily Mail, right, have done a very, very important audit because it's British Pie Week. If my pies could talk, if my pies could speak, which of my pies would be British Pie of the Week? Now there's a deep cut. No one's going to know where that came from. But yeah, they've been auditing pies. You can say that if someone's a bit large. So who's been auditing all the pies? Auditing all the pies. We know you've audited all the pies. Yeah, they wanted to know what were the most calorific pies out there. And there's a handy chart for those of you who need to know. And they've compared it to Big Mac's, a Krispy Kreme donut, and a Greg's. You can't go back to savoury now. Not after a Krispy Kreme donut, can you? So yeah. So what's the most well, this one here, this chicken pie, it's pretty calorific. There's not a lot going on, is there? Yes. The worst offenders, right, was the Asda extra special British steak and red wine pie. Mind you, £5. £5 for a pie. And Charlie Bigham's steak and ale full pastry pie for one. They get £5 for a pie. Charlie Bigham, eat 'em and you get Bigham. You get Bigham, all right. There you go. Big pie. Uh-oh, dog's on the move. Dog's on the move. That's not good. What? Dog cam. Dog cam. Let's do some dog cam. Layla, please put your coat on. Layla, put your coat on. You put your coat on. You can hear Mum and Herb getting ready to go out. Meanwhile, more health news. Up to a third of vapes sold on the high streets are illegal, according to trading standards. Yeah. And this is what I've said. You know, they don't know what's in all these e-cigarettes and these vapes. They don't seem to have the same legislation that they do over cigarettes. It's been really weird. Oh, here's Mother. Are you off then?
Yeah.
Okay. Have fun.
Thanks.
Oh, could you leave the door? Because I think she might want to run around. So Mrs. isn't really watching this today. Yeah. So yeah, they reckon that millions of vape devices are being sold on the high street. Could be illegal. Rogue e-cigarettes have flooded the UK market with 1.4 tonnes seized in the last 6 months of 2022 in the northeast of England alone. Current regulations specify vape tanks have to have a capacity of no more than 2 millilitres and a nicotine strength of no more than 20 milligrams per millilitre. But vape's a big business and no one's really checking what's going on. I imagine that the trading standards people are running around like blue arse flies. And again, a lot of these e-cigs are targeted at children. They're brightly coloured, got weird flavours, you know, like this. I mean, you wouldn't even believe that these were vapes, would you? It's shocking, but hopefully they can get hold of it. All of the illegal vapes, no good for you either. You should just give up. Give up. Stay at home. Don't do anything. But good news, everybody. I think we covered this. We covered this early. When We're going to Berlin, right? And there was a discrimination complaint by a female who was not permitted to go topless at a pool in the German capital, because all the men could go topless, obviously, but the women couldn't. And the woman went to the Ombudsman's office at the Senate for Justice, Diversity and Anti-Discrimination to demand equal treatment. So the Berliner Beiderbetrieb, which runs the city's public pools, have decided to change its clothing rules. Ombudsman Chief Doris Liebscher said the ombudsperson's office very much welcomes the decision of the Beiderbetrieb because it establishes equal rights for all Berliners, whether male, female or non-binary. It's not a thing, is it really? And because it also creates a legal certainty for the staff at the Beiderbetrieb. And yeah, so in the future, women will be able to go to topless in Berlin's public swimming pools. And we've got a lovely Shutterstock image to imagine this glorious utopia of equality. That's equality for you, folks. That I want to live in that world. That's what I call equality. Isn't it marvellous? Isn't it marvellous? What a wonderful world we live in. All the stories have moved. Oh no, they refreshed the page on the Daily Mail website. What am I going to do? Right. Meanwhile, Snapchat. It's no good. No, social media's evil. Everybody knows that. But yeah, parents are being warned that ads on Snapchat are being used to lure children into becoming drug mules for county lines gangs. You could earn £500 in a weekend, they're promised. Blimey, that's good cash. Maybe I should get a Snapchat account. But there you go. Who'd have thunk it? Eh? Who'd have thunk it? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Where are we? Oh, there was a storm surge at Hemsby, up in Norfolk, up in that there Norfolk. Remember, you can't say Norfolk without the fuck. It's Norfolk. But yeah, Hemsby, along that part of the coast there's been, again, crikey, for as long as I can remember, over 20 years, people have been complaining. And the government won't do anything about the coastal erosion along there. It's easily fixed. They could just put a barricade of granite slabs along there to protect the coast, but they won't do it. And already they've seen, well, like 20 years worth of coastal erosion happen in a couple of weeks. It's been boom, and people are losing their homes as they fall into the sea. And last night there was another surge. People are banned already from going down onto the beaches because of it being dangerous, the coastal erosion being so bad. And they reckon they're losing even more of the coast because there was the massive surge, tidal surge. There you go. But yeah, it's very, very volatile there. As you can see, these homes are right near the edge. They're close to the edge there, and not that long ago, that coastline would have extended further out. But yeah, there seems to be no interest in saving that part of the coast. See, this is 2007, and that's 2023. There you go. See, it shows you just how bad the erosion has got there. Yeah. It's the forces of nature. Meanwhile, be careful if you're bored, because West Ham have banned groups of fans because there was a viral video trending recently. They haven't actually got the video here, but somebody was, well, I don't know what's going on there, but they made a video where they appeared to be sniffing a mysterious white powder from a bald man's head, and the video went fine. West Ham are not happy about this. West Ham have since condemned their behaviour and banned the people involved from the London Stadium. In a statement, it said the club is disgusted by the contents of the video and acted swiftly to identify the offenders. In line with our zero tolerance approach, details of the offenders were immediately passed on to the police, and all individuals have had their season tickets suspended and therefore unable to enter London Stadium and travel to the club for away fixtures. There is no place for this kind of behaviour. There you go. So you should always wear a hat. It's exploitative. We are not your playthings. We are not your playthings. Crikey, I think I've nearly done enough. Nearly done enough. That's good, isn't it? We got any other funnies? Yeah, we're going to Florida. In fact, we'll end with this because this is also an animal story. So yeah, this is a Florida golf club, and we've already had a story about alligators. And watch this. Watch this guy. Nothing can stop them. He just effortlessly bends the railings and clambers through. So even a fence isn't enough to keep you away from the alligator. So there you go. Scary stuff. They're unstoppable, and I think we'll start. That was a newly installed metal fence at a Florida golf club. Yeah, it was on the Gulf Coast town of Placida. Yeah, aluminium bars, and he ploughed right through it. But yeah, if they can get through a newly installed aluminium fence, then they have no trouble, tearing their way through anything. Scary. There you go. So anyway, let's see if there's anybody in the chat room. 8 people in, but no one's chatting. Oh, okay. That's a shame. Even though there's 8 people and there's 4 likes, nobody wants to say hello. Okay then. Well, thank you for watching. That was the news. Hopefully you'll have a good weekend, and hopefully we'll do this all again next week. Killing the channel, one video at a time. That was it. You know you got to... Oh no, AJ just said hi there. Hi there, AJ. Got to be quicker than that. He's from the US. Hey. Good to see you online. But I'm going to go now. Andrew's in. And he said I'm in. Where was everybody? Where was it? How come some days we can get 15, 16, and other days it's all quiet? Isn't it weird? And I try and do it as near enough the same time every day as possible. I think it's YouTube's fault. Anyway, it's alright, you haven't missed me, I'm still here. But don't forget to like and share this video for the lulz. And yeah, you got to drink it up. Ta-ta.